Hello, everyone. My name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thank you so much for joining me today for a flosstube extra where we talk about bingo cards. And these are my yearly goal bingo cards. But before I get to them, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to my new subscribers and welcome back to everyone who's been with me for however long you've been with me. It's been great to get to know you in the comments here on YouTube and also on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me at Dr_Christy. And this video is first going up for my patrons and then it'll be posted on YouTube. But this channel is about cross-stitch embroidery, textile crafts, the history of all those things. So if that is interesting to you and you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe and stick around. Yeah, so bingo cards. Now this is kind of an odd video because I filmed it in multiple parts. Today is January 2nd. Happy New Year, everyone. And I just finished filming the final part of this as well, where I talk about my 2026 bingo card, but I wanted to just give some kind of an introduction to tell you why I have a bingo card and what it does. Essentially, I don't like New Year's resolutions. I think that they are not effective in changing behaviors for me. And most people don't actually follow through on their resolutions, including me. And so last year, someone that I follow on Instagram was talking about bingo cards. And I thought, oh, I could do that. And so what they are actionable items. They're not result-driven items like lose 10 pounds. They're actionable items like, for example, do splits, learn how to do splits. But I didn't, in case you're wondering. I trained for about 3 weeks and then I went on vacation and then I didn't feel well and it just didn't go. So these are more like things that I can do as opposed to the results of things that I can do, if that makes sense. So yeah, these are my two bingo cards. The first clip I think is on December 30th where I talk about what I hope to get done. But I would like to say that I do have a bingo, which is very exciting. And I'll talk about what those things are because I did just get the bingo on New Year's Eve. I did not have a bingo until then. A lot of these things kind of got dropped off because I had a bit of a difficult year, but hopefully 2026 will be better. And then the final clip, I will go through the details of my goals. But the fun thing about this is that, first of all, it has a little pocket and I put stickers in the pocket, and the stickers are what I put on my, like when I complete it. So I put some birds on it, and I think I'm going to go with flowers because if you were here a year ago, you'll remember I had a poll whether we wanted birds or flowers, and the majority picked birds. And so I have those flower stickers, so I can go do flower stickers. I have to find them because I've reorganized my craft room since then, and I'm sure I put them someplace very organized, wherever that may be. But I will find them and I will stick them in here. And then when I complete a task, I will put a flower on it. I'll put a flower on it. And I didn't mention this, but the middle square is just a heart. That's my freebie. That's, still love my husband. That's my freebie square, is still love my husband. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this kind of deep dive into my bingo progress. And I think all of the rest of the clips are filmed actually in my office next door because I don't know why, but I think that's where I filmed them all. So this is the only time I'll be in my corner, in my actual corner, but you'll get to see a little bit of my office / sewing room with the open door with all my fabric and stuff. It's not very attractive, but it is what it is. And I hope you enjoy learning more about my bingo cards. It is December 30th and I don't have a bingo yet, and I want a bingo. I want at least one bingo. And I think it's possible because number 2 is design my next medieval marginalia pattern. It doesn't say I have to publish it. It just says I have to design it. I can totally do that in 2 days. So let's look at the stuff. I have my list here. Let's cross off the stuff that I've done. and kind of star the stuff that I could do in 2 days. So start selling printed charts. I can't do that. We're going to cross that off. That's number 1. So this is a no-go. That's a no. Number 2, that we can do, design next medieval marginalia pattern. Number 3 is splits. There's no way I can train myself to do splits in the next 2 days. Make travel project bag prototype. That's a question mark. I might be able to do that because I have a design. I just have to sew it. I have 2 days. Finish the gallery wall. That is not happening because, what is that? That is number 6. That's not happening because our walls are plaster, which means that we can't just hammer nails into it. We have to like mount a picture rail in order for it to work. We have been using command strips, but anytime it gets humid, they literally fall off the wall. So we've literally had things falling off the wall because I live in Mississippi in a swamp. It's humid all the time. So that's not possible. Road trip with Rich, I did that. So that's already done. Play fiddle. I just cleaned up my fiddle. I do have to cut my nails, but that is definitely one that's happening. Donate clothes and shoes. I did that. Start Bayou tapestry. Maybe that gets a question mark. That's number 10. Finish cosmic egg. Not going to happen. That's number 11. So that's a no. So there we go. Write book introduction. Not going to happen. That's number 12. And I believe that that's this one right here. That's the book. And at the end of this video, I will go over my new bingo card as well, which I haven't made yet because it's still the 30th. So, you know, I'm going to show you me doing all the things that I think I can get done and getting a bingo. This is a multiple part video. Attend our book school. I did that. Organized craft room. What number is that? 14. I mean, I can't do it in 2 days. So we're just going to ignore that. That'll be next for next year. So that's 14. Cross that out. Make lace necklaces. I'm going to work on that. That's 50. Oh, that's down here. What's 4 and 5? Oh yeah, 4 and 5 are not happening. Hike dismals. I did that. That's 16, which is already covered. Open high yield savings account. I did that. Host a soup night. So I did not host a soup night, but I did host a party. And I'm going to count that. 18. But it doesn't help me get a bingo. That's right there. It doesn't help me get a bingo. But let's put a bird on it. Doesn't help me get a bingo, but let's put a bird on it. Because the one right next to it that would get me the bingo is finish cosmic egg, which is not going to happen. So next is, okay, so that's done. Learn calligraphy, I did. Give a talk or lead a workshop. Expand spoolery, number 21. Did not do. Cross it off. There we are. Buy laser cutter, make useful things. Did not do that. That's 22. One date night or weekend trip per month. We did that. That gets a bird. That is, oh, I think that's right here, which doesn't get me a bingo. So that's that one right there. And I'm going to do that one again because that was actually a really nice thing. And it sort of got me out of the rut of not hanging out with my husband. And then send out Christmas cards. Didn't happen. 24. So it looks like the only way I can get a bingo is if I design the next medieval marginalia pattern. So that will be my priority. But I did clean up my fiddle. So that is over there. And that's really the only, but none of the other things will make a bingo. All right, so that's the plan. So my first plan is to design my next medieval marginalia pattern. I already know what it's going to be. I just have to design it. Like, it's the hard part is picking the image. The easy part's designing it. I mean, it takes time, but that's okay. All right, so that's the plan. So this is what it looks like. These are the things that I cannot do the next 2 days, and then the things that are open are things I can do. And it looks like I can get a bingo. Yay! That's fantastic. I at least want one bingo. I just feel like I should get a bingo. And the stuff that I wasn't able to do, these are things that I can do in 2026. I can put them on my 2026 bingo card and it'll be fine. I have some other things on my 2026 bingo card as well, and I'm pretty excited. Let's go design some patterns. Good morning, everyone. I have my coffee and I got some designing done yesterday afternoon. So it is first thing in the morning and I really want to finish this design and it's coming along really well. I'm actually really pleased. And I can see how my designing is improving, right? Like I'm getting better at it. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt I wore yesterday. Like it is New Year's Eve and I'm on break and I have a party to go to tonight, so I need to dye my hair and then take a shower before I go, but I have not showered and I'm wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday and that's just the way it is. So I do want to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I don't want to show you, I don't want to like give it all away because like, you know, I do want it to be a little bit of a surprise, but I'm pretty excited with what I have. So I'm going to zoom way in and show you a little bit of what I've done. Look at that, it's a wizard hat. So there is a wizard hat involved in this stitch. And this is my medieval marginalia, my 5th medieval marginalia actually. And yeah, so far I'm pleased with how it's going. I am not quite halfway done with it. But he's gonna be a little big. He's gonna be big, but that's okay. It's okay for him to be big. I don't know, how many stitches do I have so far? Properties. Ooh, he is gonna be big. 7,000 stitches already. That's okay, he's just gonna be a big boy. He's a big boy and that's okay. Big boy and that's okay. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I worked on it a bit yesterday and I'm really pleased with where I am with it. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. And I will, you know, come back when I have more things to talk about, because right now I'm just sort of yammering. But I'm still working through my bingo board, and then at the end of this I'll show you my new bingo board because I keep kind of coming up with new ideas, so I'm pretty excited. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends. So I just finished my medieval marginalia pattern. There are some things I want to tweak about it, so I'm going to let it rest, but he's designed and that's exciting. And that is number 2, so that means I get a bingo. I'm going to put a bird on it. I'm going to put a bird on it, and that will be a bingo, my only bingo that I'm going to get for the year. But that's okay because, you know, the purpose for me of this bingo card was to get me to do things. And I did a lot of these things, so we're going to check that off. And so what I plan on doing today is I plan on playing my fiddle, so that will be right there. And I plan on making a lace necklace. I don't think I'm going to do anything else, but that's okay because I got a bingo. Bingo, bingo. So next time I see you, I will kind of show you the completed bingo card, what I end up doing today. And I will work on my 2026 bingo card because I have some really good ideas and I'm pretty excited about them. I think that they'll be a really sort of enriching kind of a thing. So that is very exciting for me. All right, friends, then I'll see you in a few days when I get that taken care of. Bye. Hello, friends. So this is going to be my last video of the bingo series because it is December. It's not December. It's January 2nd. And I have one more little bird to put on. So I tuned my fiddle on New Year's Eve. So you know what that means? I'm going to put a bird on it. Gonna put a bird on it. I think I want to put a little bluebird on it. So that'll be fun. So that's done. And again, I did not, you know, the things that I thought I might get done. I did not start the Bayou tapestry. I did not make the travel project bag template. I did not make lace necklaces, but I will because I have a new bingo board. So that's what it looks like. I have one bingo, which is super exciting. Sorry about the lighting. It's evening and in the winter, so it's pretty dark. And I want to show you my new bingo card, which is very exciting. I do think I'm going to have to find different stickers because I will be optimistic in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 birds will not be enough. How many birds did I use on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only used 11 this year, so we'll see how it goes. But this is my new bingo card. I'm very excited. You will notice that some things are the same. There are a few things that are the same, but there are also things that are different. Let's go through what my goals are for 2026, my bingo card goals. Number 1 is 1 date night or weekend trip per month. Now, that's what I did here. That's this one here. And it is the heart hands. And it was really successful last year. You know, my husband and I had sort of gotten into a rut, and by forcing myself to, at the end of the month, be like, oh, shoot, I need to get this date. Let's go do something. We ended up like doing things. And that was really great. Now, most of the time we did not wait until the end of the month, but sometimes, you know, it was getting to the end of the month and we're like, let's go have a date. And we'd have a date night or a date lunch or something. And it was really nice. So that felt really good. That was a really good one. And I want to keep that one going. And it'll be so much easier with the RV because we could just be like, let's go away for the weekend and hop in the RV, throw the dog in the RV and, you know, head to a state park or something. Number 2 is I want to get my septum pierced. I know, I'm 46 years old. What am I doing trying to get my septum pierced? But I want it. And I've wanted a septum piercing for probably 20 years. But I have my nose ring, I have a little nose ring, and I never thought it would look good. And so I never did it, but I'm 46, so I don't give a shit if it looks good. Like, that's what I want. So I'm going to get it done. I want to get a tattoo. So I have drawn a tattoo that just needs a little tweaking that I'm going to get right here. So that is number 3. I want to attend at least one conference. And these are academic conferences for my job. So the one I really want to attend is in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's where I went to grad school. And it's kind of like a homecoming. I haven't been since before COVID because COVID happened and then I became department chair during like the COVID times. And I just haven't been back. And my old mentor is now like the director of the department that I graduated from. And I just want to go. So that's the one I really want to go to. But if I don't get to go to that, I'll go to another one. Make the travel project bag prototype that I did not get done this weekend. Okay, so I have the fiddle on here still, but I want to play my fiddle at least once a month. It's tuned, it's cleaned, and it's out in the open in here. And so I want to start playing the fiddle again. I cut my nails. I have no nails anymore, so I could play the fiddle. So I want to play the fiddle once a month. I want to design at least, well, it doesn't say at least, I want to design 2 prosperity hens. When I started designing prosperity hens, I promised 5. And my goal was to have them released monthly. But then, you know, life happened and the past year or 2 has been difficult for me. So that didn't happen. But I do have a prosperity hen that I will show in my floss tube, which I'm going to film like right after this. And I have 2 more. So I just need to do 2 more and then I'll have the 5 that I promised. And that feels really good. I want to start selling junk journal supplies. So I've been really into bookbinding and book arts lately. And I did that. I did the Rare Book School, which was 13. Oh, I think it's this cardinal was 13. And so I went to Rare Book School. I got a fellowship to go to Rare Book School at the University of Virginia. And the class I'm going to take this summer, I hope, fingers crossed, is in Boston. And it is bookbinding for the book historian. And I think that will be really amazing. But I've been really into bookbinding for probably a couple years now. And so I have all these supplies and I had planned on selling junk journal supplies. So like different pages and ephemera and lace and book covers and stuff like that. So I want to start doing that on my spoolery account, my spoolery Etsy shop. I want to fix my treadle sewing machine. So I have a treadle sewing machine. You can't really see it, and it's covered in stuff. But there's my treadle sewing machine. And it needs a belt, but I have them. I bought them already. So I just need to put the belt on and see if it'll work and start making things with my treadle sewing machine. How much fun will that be? So that's on there. That probably won't take very long. I just have to do it. Start my Bayou tapestry, right? Because I'm going to do the Bayou tapestry. So I'm going to try again to start it. Finish my cosmic egg. That is going to be my focus piece for the first few months of the year because I really want to get that finished. And then after that's finished, I'm going to start working on, I'm going to sort of focus on the Lady and the Unicorn. And I might kind of work on them in tandem. The problem with the problem with the cosmic egg is that I have to think about it. Like I have to make decisions. So if I'm kind of stressed out or tired, I don't want to make those decisions. And so I feel like I'm going to mess it up. So I just need to sort of go in when I'm feeling really good and work on it and it'll be fine. I have to write my book introduction because I do want to get this book published. I want to try fillet lace or fillet lace. And I have a bunch of kits that I'm going to play around with. I really got into fillet lace for a while, but I never actually tried it. I just bought all the kits. So I definitely want to do that because that sounds super fun. I want to finish my gallery wall in my dining room, which I mentioned that's on this one also. And essentially, I think I mentioned this in my last video, but the walls are plaster. And so that things have to be like mounted. You can't just hammer a nail in. So this is going to be kind of a bigger project. I want to entertain 3 times because I did entertain for the first time in a very long time for my birthday. And I want to keep that going. So I want to entertain at least 3 times. I want to make a pocket watch sewing kit. So a friend of mine sent me a bunch of old pocket watches because I had this like pocket watch idea that never really came to fruition. And so I want to do something with these pocket watches. And yes, so I want to make a pocket watch sewing kit. If it works, I'll do a tutorial. I want to make quills. I know how to make them. I've made them before, but I want to make more. So that is a plan. Quill pens out of feathers. I want to do 1 unassisted pull-up, and I want to dead hang for 1 minute. And these are sort of physical goals because if you're a certain age, you had like the presidential fitness challenge in high school in the United States where you had to like run a mile, do a chin up, do a stretchy thing, like do a couple things, do push-ups, do sit-ups. But they didn't actually train us for that. So like I'd be doing like archery or bowling and I'm like, okay, go run a mile and then do a pull-up. And it's just like, I am a chubby kid. Like I need to train for these things. They never trained us for those things. So I've never done one. And I would like to for the pull-up. And then the dead hang for 1 minute. I can do like 6, maybe 10 seconds right now. Like I'm just not strong enough. And if I ever fall off a cliff, I need to be able to hold on to those roots and pull myself up, right? Not that Mississippi has a ton of cliffs to fall off, but I'm going on adventures. I need to be able to like save myself. I need to be able to climb up a rope if I have to. So do 1 pull-up and dead hang for 1 minute. I want to make some kind of patchwork clothing. I've been buying patchwork supplies to make patchwork clothing, but I'm having trouble finding things that I want to turn into patchwork, like clothing items that I think will work for me with patchwork. But I want to make at least 1 piece of patchwork clothing. I need to alter my entire to be altered pile. I have a pile of clothes right here that have a hole in the crotch I just need to fix, that need to be shortened, that need to be brought in, that need to add more elastic to them or whatever because they're like too big, so I need to make them smaller. So I need to alter my entire to be altered pile because I forget that they're there and then I just buy more clothes. I haven't bought clothes in a while because I have enough clothes, but that's sort of like what's been happening. But I have like really cute things. I have like cute black and white polka dot pants. They're so cute. I want to make a collar necklace, right? Again, and again, a friend of mine gave me a bunch of collars, like lace collars or crocheted collars, and I want to make cute little collar necklaces. because that's like the style right now, or these little Peter Pan collar necklaces, and I want one. I want to organize my DMC. I have an amazing spool case, an amazing gold star spool case that my local friend gave me. He didn't know what to do with it. And I'm like, oh my God, I know that company. I have spools with that company, but I want to turn it into drawers, but I want to turn it into a DMC case. And I think that will be amazing. So I want to do that. And then I want to send out Christmas cards. I did not send out a single goddamn Christmas card this year. Christmas just kind of snuck up on me. And I even had an alarm in my phone. And I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. I never got to it. I think I just sort of like collapsed. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. We'll see how the year takes me, but that's on there too. So here are all of my goals. And here is what they will look like. And this image is from the Grimani Breviary. And this is one of the months. I don't remember which month it is though. It's a calendar. So it's like a calendar, and each month has a calendar, has an image of like what was happening in that time. This is either summer, or I think this isn't sometime in the summer. But anyway, so I have another pocket. So what I'll do is I'll go through my stickers and see which ones I want to do. I think I might do the flowers because I had a vote last year of birds or flowers. So I think I might retire the birds and go get my flowers. So yeah, that's what we're doing today for 2026 with my bingo card. And I will let you know at the end of each month how I'm doing with this stuff that I want to accomplish. I also am pretty proud that I got at least one bingo for last year. And what was 11? Oh, finished Cosmic Egg. I should have been able to do that, and I would have gotten 2 bingos. I'm happy with what I did, and it turned out fine. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a bingo card, you can find them. You can find a free version of this template in my Patreon. I think it's for free members too. So any free member can find this. You just have to kind of scroll back to last year, but I did not post very much this past year. So I'd be surprised if you can't find it pretty quickly, but I'm pretty excited about this. And I hope that you will join me in your bingo card. And I think that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching. Please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.